This guy writes, "We need to have a serious talk," in quotes. So he's 24 with a woman who's 21. He says, got texted this with an explanation that we are not breaking up. She hasn't cheated or anything, but we need to talk, and it's serious, not in a good way. Okay, yeah, well, you're in some deep shit, man. You probably acted in a way that really dropped her interest level in you, or you acted in a way where you weren't really congruent with your word, or you made her feel bad, or you failed one of her tests bad. And so now she's saying, oh, and why did she bring that up as well? Why did she bring up, oh, we're not breaking up? Because it's oftentimes when women say, oh, we need to talk, it's like that's usually what happens. It's like that's kind of her setup to say, we're breaking up. But let's see if we can get some more insights. Kind of a short post here. Let's see if we find some more. Oh yeah, she's not pregnant either, but she won't talk over the phone about it. She was supposed to come over tonight, cancel on me. It's gonna come. Oh, is gonna come talk to me tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so he says, people have read, I am absolutely shitting my pants here. I absolutely can't think of anything I've done wrong. I just don't understand. Well, oftentimes guys who aren't trained don't know how to pass her tests or that she even tests in the first place. And so it might have been a big mistake that you did, but also it could be nothing. But you definitely want to be prepared for it to be a big deal. That way you can handle it in a really mature and strong way. Compared to just coming unglued or just running away from the situation. And she is coming to you as well. So take note in that. It's like, as far as the dynamic goes, it's almost like she's trying to. Well, she's coming to you. It's almost like sometimes it's like when people are always coming to you, or when they come to you, it's like you have the negotiation power, if you will, in those situations. So it's kind of interesting dynamic here. I can't prepare myself for this. How am I supposed to sleep tonight? I'm just scared. I don't get it. Well, one, know that if she blows up on you, listen. Don't try to justify. Don't try to use logic and say, oh, I did this for you, did this for you. What about this time? It's like, that's what I did that for you that time. And don't try to convince her how to feel. That's a very big mistake that you could make. And so just do your best to feel what she's feeling in that particular moment and listen to her in an engaged way. And so if she like blows up, you tell her, tell me more, or you tell her, like, okay, now when you did this, like, what did you mean by that? Tell me more about that. And you get into specifics on why she felt this way, what it was specifically that made her feel this way. And then let her talk through the solutions on what needs to happen. Or you say, well, or you just acknowledge that what you did here, okay, this made you feel that way. Is that right? She's like, yes. Okay. And you're like, okay, now I know that that does that, and I won't do it again now that I know. And you can't solve her problems. You can't say, oh well, try to solve it immediately. Let her talk through as much as you can. So that is really the thing I would prepare for. Whatever you do, don't lose your temper, don't lose your cool, and usually don't walk away from the situation as well, because it's like if you walk away, she's going to think like, well, he doesn't care enough to figure out what's wrong with what's going on in what the problem I'm feeling, or he doesn't understand me kind of deal. And know with like the 3 C's, well, of masculinity and the 3 U's of femininity, not being seen, so unseen, unsafe, and not understood. Those are the 3 biggest pain points of femininity. And so it's like, look at her conversation and basically see how it relates to those. And it's like almost like magic that you can kind of just determine what she's really getting at. And almost always it's with those 3 things. All that stuff, that one is in the fundamentals right there for free. If you get in the description, for sure, check that out, because that's going to help you a lot. Then the other ones are basically a step-by-step foundation and guideline and what to say and when to say it. and just notes I've taken for many years of studying relationships. Um, so all that is in the description below. And I mean, those products will really give you the foundation to just replicate success over and over again. And it will absolutely change your life, especially if you can kind of shift your mindset, almost like shifting the operating system in your mind to a way that just naturally acts more strong, more certain, more masculine. And what you'll find is actually pretty easy to do. And and what you'll also find is like once you initially implement it, sometimes you'll even take it too far to the extreme. And then once you practice it over and over again, it might take you a while to really, really master these skills. And then once you kind of just settle down, it's like you get back to that center line on what's really how you almost like a mature masculinity versus a brand new kind of masculinity kind of thing, operating system. So yeah, for sure, check those things out. Again, in the description below takes you to basically the free download, and it takes you through the ClickFunnels, $30 for all the products there. And with that, I will see you soon.